Hey guys, today I want to talk about jealousy in the Philippines. Jealousy is a big problem with some girls here in the Philippines, and it's not just with the girls; it's also with expats. It could be with Filipino men or whatever. It's in every crowd. Let's face it. It's something you can't escape from here in the Philippines. It's something that you've got to deal with no matter what. And first, I'm going to talk about the girls here. When girls here have jealousy, and you can't have, let's say, a friend here that's a girl, and I'm a person, I'm friendly with everybody. I do not like to leave out anybody out of my circle of friends. And, you know, my girlfriend is very decent as far as that goes. I can have friends that are girls and she's okay with it. As long as they're not hitting on me and, writing to me and stuff like that, she's okay with it. I have a lot of friends here in the Philippines. I have my friend Marilyn and I have Elizabeth up in Manila, and I talk to them often. She talks to some of them sometimes with some of my friends that I have. And, I have many others, and friends that I've made over the years that I've been here, and I like to keep those relationships. Sometimes I don't see these people very often, but we stay in touch on Facebook. Facebook is kind of like a blessing in that way to me, that I get to keep those relationships and talk to them and see how they're doing and stuff like that. That's one good thing about Facebook. As much as I don't like some of the things on Facebook, that's one of the things I do like about Facebook, is that I get to see what my friends are doing and how they're doing and things like that, and if they're lifting themselves up or all that. But let me say this: if you deal with a girl that has that jealousy factor where you can't have a friend that's a girl, or if she sees you talking to somebody, she gets mad, or if she sees you looking at somebody, she automatically thinks that you're looking at them because of you want to be with them rather than her. Those are the people that you either have to have a long talk with or just get rid of them. And sometimes it's easier just to move on and just get past that and just say, you know what, I'm not going to deal with this. I just can't take this, because usually a talk is not enough for a girl like that. It's just not enough. And usually those same girls are the girls that when you break off with them, they're going to get you back. They're going to do something to you. They're going to try to keep you out of the country and get you kicked out. They're going to go to BI and have you kicked out of here and blacklisted forever, they're telling you, and all this stuff. Or they're going to have their somebody in their family go get you or something. And or they're going to, pay to have you knocked off or something. That's what they're threatening you with. They threaten you with all this stuff. And that's stuff that you got to be kind of careful of, because some of these girls might do it because they're crazy enough to do it in the Philippines, and that can happen in the US too, but it's less prevalent there. But you know what, it's easier for people to get away with things here. So when you get involved with stuff like that, just kind of ease out of it, and sometimes if you're dating over here, sometimes that's when it might be worth it for you to be in a gated community. But a good gated community is going to keep these people out. When you tell the guard, I don't want this person in here, keep them out. Make sure you call me before somebody comes up to my door. That way there, if you have a problem with a girl or something, you can just keep them out of your life, and that's it. And that's where a gated community comes in handy. Whereas if you're living in a house, the girl might drop by with somebody and try to rough you up a little bit, and what are you going to do? You call the police, they're not going to come. You know what I mean? Because some of these towns don't have police on call like we do back home, and that's rough. That can be rough. So be careful of stuff like that. Make sure you don't get involved with a girl that's immature and has that jealousy thing. I like having my friends, and I have some really, really close friends, and some of them are older, some of them are younger, but you know what? They're my friends. I don't want to lose a friend because a girlfriend is jealous. I will not put up with that, and I don't think anybody should have to put up with that in their new life here in the Philippines. We come here to retire, to enjoy life, to be happy, and to be free. And when you start getting those restraints on you, where somebody's got you on lockdown at the house or something like that because they're worried that you're going to cheat, and the only time you can go out is if they're with you or something like that, that's bad. That's really, really, really bad. I see it with quite a few people that the girls have that jealousy factor, will not let them travel out alone. I see quite a few people that have that. When you have that on you, I think that's rough. It's not worth having that in your life, that type of mess where you can't go out with the boys or something like that, and maybe go do something up at the mall, or go out to eat together and have boys night out and have a few drinks or whatever. I'm not a drinker or anything like that, but I'm just using that as an example. I'm saying, you want your freedom here too. Whether you're married or you have a girlfriend or what have you. You want to have certain freedoms, and you don't want jealousy in your life. And the other thing here is expats that are jealous, okay? And we have a lot of expats. I see expats going after some of the vloggers here. I see expats going after their friends or people that are around them, or they just can be nasty sometimes. And you got to be careful who you let in your life as an expat too. We have a lot of really scummy expats here sometimes. You know, the expat Karens that complain about everything, or they do stupid things or whatever. We have enough of those around that they can make life difficult for you. Get them out of your life. Keep them out of your life and keep them there. And don't let them back in. Don't give them second chances. I myself have learned about second chances here. I used to give people second chances, and I'm a forgiving person. I forgive them, but I'm not letting them back in my life anymore. I learned that, you know, if it's something minor or something, of course. If it's something that's more serious, and I see that it could keep on happening, or it does keep happening, I just say, you're done. And that's it. And, you know, a lot of the expats here, I see the expats going after these vloggers all the time here, like down south and up above here. I see them. I've had people come after me, going after me. It makes life rough. Even if you're legal, they go after you thinking that you're not legal, or they extrapolate some information from something that you said, and they take it the wrong way, and they go down to the BI or something like that, and they complain and say, well, this guy's not doing this, or he's doing this here, he's not supposed to be doing this. You know, that's one thing that I'm really good at, is about being legal, and that has paid off for me, because when people do stuff like that, I don't have to worry about it. I don't worry about it. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest piece of peace in my life. Like I was talking about the other day, get all your ducks in a row legally. That'll protect you. But it's that jealousy factor that these guys go after you, and they're nonstop. And also sometimes, guys, if you're dating people around here, I want to get back into the dating thing with the girls. Remember, some of these girls have ex-boyfriends, and the girl might have broke off with their boyfriend, or maybe their boyfriend doesn't even know that they have a guy on the side who's an expat, or she hasn't told him yet because she's afraid or whatever. Remember, sometimes that guy's going to get jealous, and he might come after you too. Make sure that the girl is totally broken off with all her relationships, her prior relationships and stuff like that, so you don't have a jealous ex-boyfriend or a jealous husband coming after you or something like that. Be really careful, you know, be careful of stuff like that. Make sure you know all the background and everything, you know, of what's going on. You don't want any of that happening. But remember, the biggest thing you should be careful of is the jealous girlfriends, so that, you know, you want to have your friends, and also make sure you keep jealous expats out of your life here, and then you'll be happy. Be sure to screen your friends very well here. You don't want any of these bums coming into your life that make your life difficult, drag you down into their muck, or they're causing problems, or it's gossip with the girlfriend, or it's bullcrap going on all the time, or he's doing stupid things all the time, or something like that, or what have you. It happens quite often. Boot them out of your life, get them out, and have that peace back in your life. There's no need for jealousy in anybody's life. There isn't. For one thing I don't get jealous of is other expats. I love to see other people make it here. I sincerely like to see people succeed here. I'm happy in my spot where I'm at. I don't need to be higher up. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy no matter where I am in my life, I'm happy. I make my own happiness. I don't need somebody else to make me happy. You know, I don't need that. So what I do is I just look at everything like, hey, I'm happy for that person, and I sincerely am happy when I see the other expats come here and succeed more than me. I'm really grateful that they've made it that high. That's what I want to see. That's why I help people over here to succeed. Some of the people that we help are making double the money that I make, or even triple in some cases. You know, and I'm happy that those people become successful over here, and I'm willing to help them become successful, because jealousy should have no place in our hearts. It shouldn't. You know, I love you guys. God bless. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.